any less, any less, any less. Let's get blessed. Today I'm going to talk about something a little bit less, a little bit something that's just more targeted towards me, a YouTube connoisseur, right? I've been on this platform since a long time ago. All right, let's say Resident Evil videos, fan animation. You remember Grade A Under A, right? Well, I'm talking like Grade A Under A if he like did weed content. All right, and not specifically any weed content. I'm talking about story time, marijuana story time, right? Wow, guys, we're taking an environmental scenario, right, and we're just putting weed on top of it, right? It is genius, really genius. Really thought hard about this story time, right? We went to the park, but we were high. Oh my God, who thought that is the most brilliant idea ever? You know, let's take a concept that is already as normal as can be, and let's just put it so that we're slightly under the influence. A normal scenario, and we're just adding a little layer on top. It'd be no different if you just went to the park as is. We went to the movies on an edible. Oh my God, dude. What would be the difference if you went sober? Sure, you think more clearly, and you're not as comfortable, but like, damn. You didn't need to talk about it for 14 minutes, buddy. You've just added so much more layer to your story. Who cares if you went to your buddy's house and you greened out? Good for you, man. Happens to everybody. What's your story got that this person's story doesn't? We got chased by, the police. Whoa, no kidding. You guys went 20 over and you were high. All these story times, they're all in this like animated cartoon drawn on Krita or Paint, and it's like not like this content doesn't like work at all. They get hundreds of thousands of views and lots of subscribers for telling stories that
I went to the person who I buy weed off of, and they scam me.
And like, I'm not dissing anybody, and like, I'm not gonna directly talk about who we're talking about here. Creativity wise, you're doing art, all right? You're doing art, and you're telling odd one out stories, but you're high. I mean, if you're on another planet, right? I'm just saying, if you're on another planet and you tell me how you were like, you ended up lost and you don't know, I'm fine with those stories, okay? Like, if you're absolutely bamboozled out of your mind and you explain a story that is, not normally something that would happen, I can understand. That's actually cool. Go up to an old man, right? And you ask him, what is the craziest things you've done when you were this old? I'm sure it's going to be more entertaining than any high story that is hand-drawn by somebody. I'm telling you that. And, I'll leave it at that because, frankly, I've got to go see a movie. And, it's going to be a nice, normal experience. And it's not going to be under the influence. Got him.